Morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing good. All right. I'm tired. Okay. The Wisdom of Solomon, we left off on chapter 8. Solomon's love for wisdom. Wisdom has been my love. I courted her when I was young. I wanted to make her my bride. I fell in love with her beauty. I'm not sure if we read this already or not. Let's go ahead and jump over to chapter 9. Solomon prays for wisdom. God of my ancestors, merciful Lord, by your word you created everything. By your wisdom you made man to rule all creation, to govern the world with holiness and righteousness, to administer justice with integrity. Give me this wisdom that sits beside your throne. Give me a place among your children. I am your slave, as was my mother before me. I am only human. I am not strong, and my life will be short. I have little understanding of the law or how to apply it. Even if man is perfect, he will be thought of as nothing without the wisdom that comes from you. You chose me over everyone else to be the king of your own people, to judge your sons and daughters. You told me to build a temple on your sacred mountain, an altar in Jerusalem, the city you chose as your home. It is a copy of that temple in heaven, which you prepared at the beginning. Wisdom is with you and knows your actions. She was present when you made the world. She knows what pleases you, what is right in accordance with your commands. Send her from the holy heavens, down from your glorious throne, that she may work at my side, and I may learn what pleases you. She knows and understands everything, and will guide me intelligently in what I do. Her glory will protect me. Then I will judge your people fairly, and be worthy of my Father's throne. My actions will be acceptable. Who can ever learn the will of God? Human reason is not adequate for the task, and our philosophies tend to mislead us. Because our mortal bodies weigh our souls down, the body is a temporary structure made of earth, a burden to the active mind. All we can do is make guesses about things on earth. We must struggle to learn about the things that are close to us. Who, then, can ever hope to understand heavenly things? No one has ever learned your will unless you first gave him wisdom and sent your Holy Spirit down to him. In this way, people on earth have been set on the right path, have learned what pleases you, and have been kept safe by wisdom. I'll go ahead and read on to chapter 10. It was short enough. Wisdom protected Adam. Wisdom protected the father of the world, the first man that was ever formed, when he alone had been created. She saved him from his own sinful act and gave him the strength to master everything on earth. Cain abandoned wisdom. But there was an unrighteous man who abandoned wisdom. He destroyed himself by killing his brother in a fit of anger. Because of that sin, the earth was flooded. Right? Wisdom protected Noah. Because of that sin, the earth was flooded, but wisdom saved it again. She guided a righteous man in his flimsy wooden boat. Wisdom helped Abraham. Once when the nations were frustrated in their wicked plans, wisdom recognized a righteous man and kept him innocent in God's sight. She gave him strength to obey God's command in spite of his love for his son. Wisdom rescued Lot. Wisdom rescued a righteous man while ungodly people were dying. He escaped the flames that destroyed the 5 cities. You can still see the evidence of their wickedness. The land there is barren and smoking. The plants bear fruit and never ripen, or that never ripen, and a pillar of salt stands as a monument to the one who did not believe. The one of those cities ignored wisdom. The people of those cities ignored wisdom and could not tell right from wrong. Not only that, but the remains of their cities still remind us of the foolish way they lived, so that their failure can never be forgotten. But wisdom rescued her servants from the danger. Wisdom protected Jacob. A righteous man once had to escape from his brother's anger, and wisdom guided him in the right way. She showed him God's kingdom and allowed him to know about holy things. She made him prosperous and successful in his work. When the others were greedy for what he had and wanted to take it away from him, wisdom stood by him and made him rich. She protected him from his enemies who were waiting for a chance to attack him. She gave him victory in a hard fight so that he might realize that nothing can make a person stronger than serving God. Wisdom rescued Joseph. Once a righteous man was sold into slavery, but wisdom did not abandon him. She kept him safe from sin. She went to prison with him, and she never left him until she had given him power over an empire and made him the ruler of people who had once oppressed him. She let it be known that a false accusation had been made against him, and she gave him eternal honor. Wisdom led the Israelites out of Egypt. Alright, here's the last one. Wisdom once rescued an innocent and holy people from a nation of oppressors. She entered the soul of one of God's servants and stood up to the dreaded kings by performing miracles. She rewarded God's people for their hardships. She guided them along a miraculous journey. She gave them shade during the day and a brilliant starlight at night. She led them through the deep waters of the Red Sea, but she drowned their enemies and washed their bodies up on shore. And so the righteous saluted the ungodly. They sang hymns to your holy name, O Lord. Together they praised you for defending them. Wisdom gave speech to those who could not speak. She even caused babies to speak clearly. Well, that's it. And we'll get on it back next time on chapter 11 of the Wisdom of Solomon. That is the Deuterocanonicals / Apocrypha books. Well, I hope everyone has a great day today. Be safe out there, and I'll see y'all next time.